Mia had just moved into her new apartment, a small, one-bedroom unit in an old building downtown. It wasn't much, but it was hers. The rent was cheap, and aside from the occasional creaking pipes, it was quiet. She liked quiet. After a long day at work, she was eager to take a hot shower and wash away the stress. The bathroom was small, just a sink, toilet, and a clawfoot tub with a curtain wrapped around it. The tiles were cracked, and the mirror had a black stain on the corner, but she didn't mind. She turned on the faucet, waiting for the water to warm up. As she stepped into the tub, she sighed, letting the hot water cascade over her shoulders. She closed her eyes, enjoying the silence until she heard it. Drip, drip, drip. She frowned. The shower ad was still running, but there was another sound, a separate dripping noise. It was slow and deliberate, like water falling onto tile. Mia turned, scanning the bathroom, but nothing seemed off. She shook her head. Old plumbing, probably. She resumed washing her hair, massaging the shampoo into her scalp. But then she heard it again. Drip, drip, drip. It was closer this time. Heart pounding, Mia reached for the curtain, pulling it aside just a crack to peek outside. Nothing. Just her empty bathroom. The door was still shut. The light above flickered slightly, but that was normal in an old place like this. She exhaled, laughing at herself. Stop being paranoid. She rinsed out the shampoo, but as she did, something changed. The water. It felt different. It was warm, but it had a texture. It felt thick. Sticky. Confused, she wiped at her arms, only to see the water running red. Her breath caught in her throat. Blood. Mia let out a strangled scream and stumbled back, her foot slipping on the wet tub floor. She caught herself, gasping. Her heart was hammering, and when she looked down, the water was clear again. She stood there, trembling. Was I imagining that she had to be? Maybe she was just exhausted. Taking a deep breath, she reached for the knob to turn off the water. But before she could touch it, she felt it. A presence. Something was behind her. Slowly, she turned her head, her breath hitching. And then she saw it. A figure stood in the shower with her. A tall, shadowy shape, completely still. It had no eyes, no features, just darkness. Water dripped from its form, but it made no sound. Mia couldn't move. Couldn't breathe. Then, it lurched toward her. She screamed, throwing herself out of the tub, hitting the floor hard. Pain shot through her shoulder, but she scrambled up, slipping on the wet tiles. She yanked the bathroom door open and ran into the hallway, gasping for breath. She turned back. The bathroom was empty. The shower was off. The floor was dry. Mia stood there, shaking violently. It wasn't possible. None of it made sense. Forcing herself to move, she stepped hesitantly back into the bathroom. Her reflection in the mirror was pale, eyes wide with terror. She gripped the sink, trying to steady herself. And then, in the mirror, the figure was standing behind her again. Its hand reached for her shoulder. The lights went out. Mia's scream never left the apartment.